Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this very special figure showcase and review, I'm going to be doing something a bit silly. I'm going to be opening up my very limited edition 2000 Black Prime or JAFCON Prime figure exclusive from Japan. So what we're going to do from this video, I'm going to give you a bit of brief history about this. I'm going to just show you some homages from this, because this box is pretty much an exact replica of the very first original Convoy that was indeed released in Japan as well. You'll also know, or I'll show you, that that's how pretty much all of the special edition, like the Bape versions of Convoy, were released afterwards as well. I've also got a couple of them cabs here as well, so we can have a look at, again, the very crazy and indeed brilliant issues that they had in Japan in the early 2000s of this simply amazing figure. So let me try and tell you as much about this as I know. There's not too much, to be honest. It really isn't a huge crazy story. So in Japan there was a convention, a little bit like what botcon is in the US and what TF Nation is in the UK, and it was just called JAFCON. Whereas same as botcon, they used to do limited edition figures for attendees and everything like that. This is just exactly that. This is your convention exclusive, and as I say, this is from the year 2000. So it could be, many people have, I think, discussed this could be the first version of Nemesis Prime, because obviously this was before RID Scourge and indeed any other version or known fact, I suppose, of Nemesis Prime. So on the back of the box we've got the original 1984 battle scene. The rest of everything is in the exact same deco as if it was Optimus Prime, and this again was limited only to attendees. Now my heart is racing as I decide to do this. Where's this? Let's open it up. But it's something, to be honest, I've had this for a little while. I did an unboxing video on it quite recently, and it's something that I really want to see, to be honest. I've seen a few of these, not in person, but if ever I see these for sale on eBay or any of the Japanese auction sites. Let me just open this up, excuse the noise. They're always sealed, or they're always, funny enough, graded. So I actually wanted a loose one, and you just can't find one loose, and I really wanted to do a video on it, and I really wanted to share it with you guys with this channel, because that's the thing that I've enjoyed the most about doing this channel, finding these rare Japanese figures and indeed sharing them, because I think lots of them should be. And I pretty much made a decision when I opened up the eHobby Shattered Glass box set of figures, and indeed the eHobby GoBots figures, that the decision I made then was, unless it was an original G1 figure, I would open it for the channel. So that is exactly what I'm going to do, and indeed I am doing it. So it's too late now, can't go back. So the number one, just in case you were wondering, refers to the number issued of the figure. So Convoy, as he was called in Japan, was the first Transformers figure, and that was his reference number. You may notice that on some of my other Japanese exclusive videos that they've got numbers on them as well, and as they moved into the later years of Generation 1, they had different colours as well. So if it was a C and then the box was orange and yellow like that with a number, that meant Cybertron, which was basically the Japanese word for Autobot. And then if it changed and it had a D in front of it and it had a number, that was Destron, which was the word for Decepticon. So there is 100% no going back now. He's in a little, I suppose it's a bit like a clamshell. Oh no, the front comes off. Lovely. I'm going to keep that super neat. And I am going to just basically try to do this all in one take, so apologies if there's any gaps. I think and I hope you'll understand if I don't build up the roller, because I really don't need to. I'm going to set him free. This is beautiful, by the way. It really is. Now I know that there's, unfortunately, since this has been issued, there's definitely, I'm sure I've seen a KO all black Convoy as well, and an all white one, to be honest. But and obviously this is where they must have took the idea from, funnily enough, because as I say, this is definitely the first produced officially Black Convoy, or as I say, he wasn't classed as Nemesis Prime, and even in RID they called him Scourge before later on calling him Nemesis Prime. So what's this in there? It also looks brilliant, and what I'm really happy about, again, excuse the noise, is that there's no sticker sheet, because the problem I've got with the JAFCON primes is they all come with sticker sheets, and I still haven't been brave enough, not JAFCON, sorry, the Babe primes, the Bathing 8 primes, I've still not been brave enough to put the stickers on. I mean, I opened them as well, so it's not going to make much difference. What I am going to do, I am going to have to open this because I'm going to need his fists. So let me cut this off. So I'm going to just, as I say, be displaying the cab. I'm going to take everything out to show you, because I imagine that there's some interesting, shall we say, at the least, looking deco in here. Right, again, I'm going to apologise for the noise as I lift this up to take him out. Oh no, he's proper stuck. Is he stuck anywhere else? What am I? Oh, he's tie wrapped underneath. Right, I didn't see that. Perhaps if I'd have known that, I probably still wouldn't be recording, because obviously I appreciate that this isn't great video content at the moment, but as I said, I do like to try and keep everything going all in one. And also, I suppose, I remember I did get a comment when I did open one of the figures, and someone said, you never opened that, you just brought it loose and you just pretended to open it. So I suppose that this is, again, more than confirming that this is indeed a brand new figure. But yeah, as I was saying, you just don't see these loose absolutely anywhere. So, and I really wanted to do a video on it, I really wanted to see it loose, and I really wanted to display it, in all honesty. Right, there we go. I've got the cab, and it's just stuck around. Of course, what we know is his toes. Brilliant. And again, you get that same lovely, distinct, instant cold feel of the die-cast metal there. Here comes the trailer. Please don't be tie wrapped in. Nope, goods. And then I'll make a decision if I'm going to put the trailer back in the box and put it up in the loft. But I think for now, I definitely want this gun out. There's got to be a better way of getting that out without damaging it. So I'm going to work that out in a second. Let's get down to see exactly what we wanted to see then. So this is the JAFCON Prime, and it is exactly that. Oh, there is a sticker sheet. The sticker sheet's in the back of that. So damn, I don't really want to do it. I'll have a look at that in a second. Here is the cab then. So, oh, it's beautiful. It's lovely. It's glistening. It's shiny. It's exactly what you'd expect it to be honest. Really incredible stiff joints. There we go. There he is. There it is. It's completely gleaming, so hopefully that's coming across as nice as it looks. You've still got the yellow eyes. Oh damn, he's going to need some stickers, isn't he? I think so. I'm going to take the fists out of here. Interestingly enough, for any prime collectors out there, it looks like he's got bloated parts, and what that means is that the bloated parts were the first releases of primes. Again, you can check out my prime collection videos on this channel if you are new to the channel. Yeah, they're definitely bloated parts, so you can see how big, or how exactly that, see how big the holes are on the fists, whereas obviously a bit later on they made the parts that little bit smaller. That came over from using the original Diaclone parts. So that's why the first primes you will hear, or if you ever see a listing and you don't really know what it means, and it says like bloated parts, and you're wondering why it's 2 or 3 more times expensive, in fact more than that nowadays, than the standard versions, that's the reason why, because it's one of the very first ones ever made of a Transformer. Obviously not the what's the word I'm after, not the Diaclone. In the transitional periods, apologies for this, I've managed to get the gun out without doing any more damage, so I can pop that in there. Right, let's have a look on the inside here. So even the stands, just for interest, let's have a look. Oh, there's no trailer number either. We've just got the stamp. What year has it got on there? I can't make it out. Let's open this up very carefully. Now, this definitely isn't a Diaclone trailer because there's no metal plates inside it. However, I believe, and I hope I don't wake up my kids, that this is going to have a super launcher. So everything inside here is black. Yes, it is. and it does have a super launcher. And again, I'm going to only show you ever so slightly, but I'm going to divert you to my Optimus Prime super launcher video. So if you lived in the US or the UK, your Optimus Prime launcher would have been about that much. It would have only catapulted a tiny bit, whereas the Japanese, because they had different toy laws, had a super launcher. And believe you me, there you go, that fires roller out with some huge amounts of venom. And again, I'm going to divert you to the Optimus Prime super launcher video on here. Right, I'm going to wrap this video up after I've done a few more comparisons. I just want to show you the insides of this. I'm probably not going to fire that again, to be honest. And again, these will have a really tight taut springs in, again, all down to the different toy laws that were allowed in Japan compared to the rest of the world. I know in America that they were heavily neutered or restricted, whichever word you want to use. I'm just going to fold that down because I don't want it to get in the way for the video. So why is everything going wrong now? Have I blocked it up? No, there we go. Right, excuse the noise again. Let me just pop that there. So I think the first one we've got to do is, of course, the Generation 1 normal Optimus Prime cab. And I keep calling him Optimus Prime, but obviously in Japan he was known as Convoy. So if ever you see listings and you're wondering or you're getting a bit confused, that was his name. It was called Convoy. So 2 of the bathing apes at the moment. Again, if you don't know what these are and you haven't got a clue, these are quite incredibly, well, they're not only, I didn't want to say rare, I was going to say these rare as in strange objects. So these, of course, they are actually rare figures as well. And I've put no stickers on these, but these, instead of having the Autobot logo, you can see I've got the Bathing Ape, which is a clothing company in Japan. And they indeed did a few of these as well, which you can see, which again used the original G1 mold. And again, there's videos of both of these on this channel. There's one more to go. There's a grey bathing ape, and all I'm going to say is watch this space for anybody who's subscribed. Even if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button for me now, please, and you'll get access to see loads of rare Japanese figures, like pretty much that one. And this one, I don't know if it's maybe the rarest of them all. That's the inner cab to the Shining Magnus figure. So there we go, quite a collection. That's exactly why I wanted to show these for you to see, guys. I wanted to show them so you can see exactly that. Just these beautiful cabs in their very distinct and completely original different colours. I think what I'm going to have to do, as soon as I've got the other grey bathing ape, I'm going to have to do a video and just put all the stickers on them just to show you exactly what they look like, because at the end of the day, I want to display them. Let me know what you think in the comments. It's been an absolute pleasure sharing this with you. This YouTube channel's been going just over 3 years now. I love the journey. I love experiencing all this with you and the comments and everything. I really do appreciate them all, and I take them all on board. So thank you very much for watching, and take care.